So this video is going to be for anybody who has a PICC line in and has been having trouble with the dressing, being itchy or irritating to them. So I figured it out. So I've had this line in for about 6 weeks, a little over 6 weeks, and I should be getting it out today. So I wanted to make this video in case anybody else had the same problems as I did. So I'll show you my supplies that I used, and then I'll show you the dressing. So this was the first thing that I found. It is the Medline OptiView transparent dressing with hydrocore technology. Sounds fancy. So I have one left, but you can see on the package, it's silicone. The whole thing is silicone. It's very gentle. It's very just extremely non-irritating. It's very soft, but it also held up for the whole week between my dressing changes, and it does have the little squishy in the middle, and it is transparent so you can see the site. So I use that. The problem that I found when I first started using this was, and I'll uncover all this, I'll show you why it's like this, but so I was getting some lift at the bottom of where the line exits the dressing. So with the regular CHG 3M dressings that they were using, they have like it's over and under like when the line comes out, and so it kind of would like lock it in and hold it in really well. And so this one only had the dressing on the top, and so just as this line was moving around, it was getting a lot of lift. And so I ended up using some silicone tape, which I had for my incision. This is just from Amazon. It's Quitch and it has flowers on it. So you obviously don't have to get flowers on yours, but that was what I had, and it worked really, really well on the dressing. I was really happy with how that came out. And then I'll show you how I had that all set up. The other thing that I wanted to mention, I think is the only other major difference to the regular dressing changes, is I also noticed that the CHG cleanser that they were using was causing me to have some itching and irritation as well. So I started with this, and then I was still having a little bit of itching, especially like with heat. And so I switched to iodine swabs, and I would just bring all this stuff with me when I would go get my dressing changed, and it worked out pretty well. So we clean with the iodine. My arm did get yellow whenever, especially right after they would do, it's kind of absorbed, it looks like. This is pretty old because we were out of town and now getting the line out. So, this is the dressing at the very end of its life here. But the iodine, after that, I didn't have any itching. And so it was really a lot better. After that, my itching wasn't horrible. It was just enough to be aggravating. So, but now I want to show you the dressing itself. So this, now that I had taken off my extension, because I haven't been using it the last couple weeks, this, little short piece was just sticking out. And so I didn't want to have to wear a sleeve. And so I just put a big fat piece of silicone tape just to tack it so it wasn't floating around. What I loved about the silicone, a lot of tape, once it's on a dressing, it's bonded and it will not ever come off. The silicone to the silicone comes off beautifully, but it also holds. It's really magical. And so put that back on afterwards. But so another thing that I wanted to do, so with my stat lock right there, just to help with the lift, there was a steri strip that was in their dressing change kit. And so we would use the stat lock and we would use the steri strip out of their kit. That's really the only stuff that I think we were using. But and the last thing, so the steri strip just kind of helped with any, movement of this line, just to avoid lift right here, because you don't want any entry points, for bacteria crawling up your line, which happens. And so I did 2 pieces, 2 little thin strips. And so I would cut them. I just had one little piece. Oh, here it is. So I would just cut the silicone tape to be, and this is maybe a little short, but to what I ended up needing, but kind of like, you know, steri strip kind of length and size. So this has kind of gotten a little out of control, but so I had one piece that was gonna go across afterwards just to seal everything up really well. And then this one is chevroned. So it's folded over on itself around the line, and see how it's really has helped hold this dressing very snug at the line exit site. So I really, really like that. This is really ugly and falling apart now, but when we first did it, it was real pretty. It will make a little bit of like residue, I guess, from the silicone tape, but it comes right off. So anyway, so this is my dressing with the OptiView Hydro Core. It does have this nice squishy here. It comes off. I don't want to take it off too much, but I am taking it off in a few hours and we'll be removing my line. So, but it comes off just like the silicone tape, really, really beautifully, really, really easily. And so really the only thing about the dressing change with this setup that was, you know, a little bit, you know, sketchy at times is, as always, you know, switching out the stat lock in there. But, you know, if you got a trained professional, then you don't have to stress about it. I did put a little bit of transport tape because this was starting to lift, but hey, I'm getting it out today, so it's all good. But so I did my chevron here. This steri strip is also chevroned. And then after everything was done, we put this just to lock down after the chevron. And really I had no movement and lift at the exit. So I hope this helps anybody who has a PICC line and has been having problems with itching or irritation. I felt like this setup worked really well. As far as cost, I want to say this was about $50 or $60 from, I believe I bought it from Harmony Health. And I just bought these because I was irritated with my dressing, but there were 10 in the box. And so, you know, I mean, you wear it for a whole week, and for me, it was worth it. I knew it was gonna be short term, but that's what it costs. So anyway, that's what helped me.